Casper Ruud to serve. Ready. Play.
I suppose he can also serve really well. That would be helpful. But even when he served well against Alcaraz, he's 6 feet tall, but his range seems much longer than that. That was a series of anxious shots from Alcaraz. He was out in front of the backhand return. He was out in front of 2 forehands, which is why he didn't get much on any of them. So a somewhat nervous start, you would expect. We'll see how long it lasts.
Juan Carlos Ferrero has been the coach of Alcaraz for a couple of years now. In 2003, Juan Carlos Ferrero won the French Open. And that same year, he got to the final here. Andy Roddick beat him. But because he'd had such a good season, Ferrero got the #1 rank, and he held it for about 8 weeks. Anything short.
Well, look, Alcaraz was very, very nervous for 2 points. And now seemingly he's already okay. Takes that second serve. He's used this play quite often in the tournament. Second serve, if you just kick it into the middle of the court, in the deuce court, he's going to punish you.
Left, first serve.
Interesting battle from the standpoint of both players want to be hitting their forehands from the backhand side of the court into their opponent's backhand. Whoever has that forehand to backhand has the edge in these rallies, and it's a question of who can change that pattern when they're stuck in it. That double fault was caused by the last time he had a second serve, he hit the safe kick. It got punished, so he tried to go body at 103 miles an hour.
These two know each other's games. They've met twice before. Alcaraz beat the Norwegian on clay in Spain in 2021, and then he got him this year in Miami, his first ATP Masters 1,000 crown.
Somewhat similar to this, I suppose. That was their first Masters 1,000 final for each. I love it because this kind of point this early sort of takes away the nerves. If there are nerves, once you've had a little sprint and you've made some reflexes and all this kind of, your crowd's already gotten into it, now you're just playing a tennis match.
First game.
Yep, they both played an awful lot of tennis. Alcaraz especially, 3 5-setters, late night 5-setters in a row.
Leading into this match. It wasn't last week.
No,
it
exactly.
was this week.
Exactly
Carlos
right.
Alcaraz to serve.
Chris Clary of the New York Times said it best. He said, Alcaraz has played 3 5-setters in a row, all of which finished late or ridiculously late. That was Cilic, who won the French Open, who won the U.S. Open in 2014. Then Jannik Sinner, a tremendous battle, and then Tiafoe. Friday night. Though Ruud has already been in a major final earlier this year in Paris. The way Alcaraz says it, he says, everything new in my career I face in a good way. I hope to do the same on Sunday. He said, I'm going to try to show my best version.
Yeah, Alcaraz was, I like the quotes that you read from Alcaraz. He's almost, he's not backing down. He's not saying anything other than, yeah, normally in these situations, I rise. Approach not quite good enough, and the pass catches just a bit of the line.
Fans here reacting to just about every swing of Alcaraz. He has dazzled for 2 weeks.
Being dazzled in this game. Casper Ruud, who I've been doubting, gotta admit, all tournament long. When I saw the notes before the tournament started that Casper Ruud has a chance to be #1 in the world, I would say there was a tiny scoff thought in my mind as if that's not possible.
You weren't the only scoffer.
Yeah, well, certainly possible. One match away. He's got a couple of break chances.
(30-40). Yes.
128. That serve on a break point. Grown-up stuff from the teenager. And Jimmy, people compare Alcaraz to Nadal. They were obviously both Spanish, both terrific players by the time they were 19 years old. But Alcaraz says he grew up idolizing Roger Federer. He wanted to play like Roger.
It's interesting because he does a little bit. He takes the ball very early. Case in point. That's going to be a difficult combination for Ruud. If he can't cut off that kick serve, first serve in the ad court, and get pulled way out of the court, it's not his most comfortable shot, Ruud. He's going to leave that short a little too often, I suspect. This is an example of why Alcaraz is so scary. Great serve out wide. Took the forehand well inside the baseline. He's done this all tournament. I'm sure he's gotten a chip or a defensive lob. Yes, he's unlucky there that the ball hit the top of the tape and made the volley impossible, but it was still going to be a somewhat difficult volley. It's that combination of, he's got remarkable speed, Alcaraz, but you also can't just put the ball, if you leave it remotely short, he's suffocating you.
Wait till he starts pulling out his drop shots.
Yeah.
Coast to coast, he drags Ruud. Then finishes up with a tough volley at the end.
Yeah, by the way, Ruud also moves very, very well and is in incredible shape as well. In his semifinal, when set point in the first set against Hatch on a 55-shot rally, Ruud was being run mercilessly in that point. See, that's what I was talking about earlier to you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to hit it 106 miles an hour. Just 99 in the corner there would have been just fine. But he absolutely goes nuclear sometimes with the ground strokes, and he'll make some errors.
That was the first break. The opening set of the 2022 U.S. Open Championship.
First set. Love.
A whole bunch of famous people in that shot, including John Bon Jovi on the left. There's Jerry Seinfeld all the way on the right, second row. And his wife, Jessica. A lot of people have come to watch.
I mean, it is kind of exciting in some ways to have, you're worried about tennis, you've got the big three and they're sort of fading away in a sense. Hard to believe if Federer will ever be able to play again. Djokovic having his issues this year, Nadal sort of struggling with injuries. Where's tennis going to go? And all of a sudden this kid shows up and has a brand of tennis that people haven't seen, of athleticism that people haven't seen before.
Yeah, you gotta hit about 3 or 4 winners against Alcaraz, don't you? And then you might still lose a point.
Exactly, and it brings people to their feet when they see it. And by the way, give credit to Ruud. I mean, that was an incredible half volley drop shot, and Ruud got to it somewhat comfortably.
You're right, Jimmy. He is very, very fast as well, Ruud.
He did a great job here. He knew immediately. He didn't even look. He just, as soon as he hit the ball down low, he came running forward. That's what allowed him to get there.
We'll see more drop shot attempts by Alcaraz. Very disruptive. He could break open a point with stuff like that.
Well, because he hits the forehand with such pace, and once he has a little bit of inside the baseline position, and he's loading up the forehand, you're going to go backwards. And then he hits the drop shot from that position. So very tough to get out of that trap. But Ruud's doing a great job from difficult positions in the court so far. That was 2 or 3 points in a row where Ruud has seemingly been on the worst end of the rally, but finding a way to win them.
And Manuel Miranda is here. Yeah, hard to outleg Alcaraz, but Ruud's done it in this game. Here's another drop. And that one works. I'm guessing they're rooting for Alcaraz.
It looks like it, yes. Again, the other thing that amazes me with Alcaraz is it doesn't matter what the score is. Drop shot, he seems to have that feel. Yeah, sometimes when you're a little nervous at a big point, drop shot, it's hard to get the right distance on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ruud is almost in the seats for the second serve return. He throws his hands up in the air, rightfully so. If you're going to be that far back, the net should not be something that you're even thinking about. That has to be high and deep and reset the point.
Camp Ruud.
Again.
3-1 for the 19-year-old.
Alcaraz leads 3-1. First set.
And again, if you haven't been watching the U.S. Open, they're trialing the idea of being able to coach from the sideline.
Thank you.
And that's legal now, at least through this trial period. Remember, usopen.org. Find out what happened in the women's doubles earlier today.
Left for serve.
McNally and Townsend won that first set against Krejcikova and Siniakova. It went the distance. The Czechs won. Terrific match. Catch up on it at the U.S. Open app.
Left for serve. Love.
That's actually the part of the game that's improved the most since Montreal. I know that I'm saying something almost ridiculous for Ruud, but his backhand this tournament has been much better than it normally has been on a hard court.
Since just a couple of weeks ago.
I saw him. I called a bunch of his matches in Montreal. His backhand has been better in this tournament than it was then. By considerable margin, really. And you know Alcaraz is going to pressure that. If it is weak at all, he's going to be able to get to it. Now, Ruud has been doing quite a bit of that chipping on the backhand, even though he's got a two-hander. He's used the slice quite a bit. No pace slice. And because he moves so well, it's not so easy to hit through him when he's giving you that shot, and he can coax a few errors out of you.
Game Ruud.
That's a love hold for Casper Ruud. That must feel good.
Leads 3-2.
Still down the break.
First set.
Some of the other big names. Ruud is used to playing in front of fancy people. At the French Open final, the King of Spain was there. Norwegian royalty was there.
Yeah, he said it
couldn't
actually.
quite believe it.
It was hard for him to deal with.
Yeah. He likes it up there, Jimmy. He wants to be up there.
He likes it up there, and it's amazing when you watch the rally going. Ruud had the edge early with forehands into Alcaraz's backhand, but one backhand from Ruud that was just central, and he was smothered. It took 3 more shots, it finished with Alcaraz right on top of the net. Ruud might want to go to that
15.
nothing slice, floaty deep, if he can create a few more errors. He's gotten a couple errors out of Alcaraz with that. I mean, it's a strange strategy to go in. 9 unforced errors already for Alcaraz. Saying to yourself, I'm going to hit him floating balls that he can load up and crush seems silly, but he's gotten some errors with that shot so far tonight. But that's the problem, is Alcaraz is so fast from the baseline to the net.
Yep.
He let him float one.
30-15.
He saw him slicing again, and he didn't let him float again. He was at the baseline, and then the next thing you know, he's on top of the net.
Doesn't look like a standard approach shot.
It's not. No, from that position in
Exactly.
the court.
Let press serve. Forty, 15.
How true is it, Jimmy, that when you survive a match point earlier in a tournament and survive it and come through, as this kid did against Jannik Sinner, the great Italian player, that it frees you up and you feel like you're playing with house money?
I mean, historically that has helped some players over the years. I suppose the one you think of the most is Boris Becker, because he did it at Wimbledon when he was 17.
And he did it here.
And he did it here on a left court over there for Stanios racket. So that definitely worked for him. I actually think it worked for Sabalenka this tournament. She wasn't playing particularly well coming in. I know she didn't win it, but she made a run to the semifinals. But Alcaraz didn't need any more help. Now that he's gotten that, it's maybe freed him up even more. It's funny because Sinner's only 20. So those two are, you get the feeling.
That could
Federer and Nadal, you know, that's the start of something.
It feels like that rivalry, doesn't it?
See, that's another example from Alcaraz of rushing. He wasn't in an offensive position, but yet he tried to cut that ball off, take it early, be aggressive on a ball that really at best he was going to be neutral.
Next, first serve. Left.
Quietly, Ruud, 7 of 11 points, 64% on second serves. Would have thought he would have taken that before the match started. If I'm going to win 64% of my second serve points. Still down a break, however. I suppose 40 love 15. Up, you get a little tangled up. Why not
go tween?
Try it. It's a very early return. Ruud just couldn't get out of the way.
Again, Ruud. New balls, please. Alcaraz leads 4-3, first set.
Carlos Alcaraz, sort of, he'd rather be called Carlitos.
Please
His
take your seats,
Carlos.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
He grew up in Murcia, southeastern part of Spain, at a local tennis club developed by his grandfather. Joe Fernandez and her son played here, won a round in dubs. That's it.
Alcaraz doesn't think he got there in one bounce.
Let's see if he's right.
Wow. Casper Ruud saying I didn't get to it. It was going to be Ruud's point, and Ruud said I didn't get to it.
Mr. Ruud has just confirmed that the ball bounced twice. The point goes to Alcaraz. 15 up.
Casper Ruud just went up a few levels in my mind. Let's take a look. This is the ball. Yeah, just barely didn't get to it. It would work against me. I'd now say, I don't want to beat this guy. So nice.
15-all.
Let me ask you, what percentage of pros would call not up on themselves? What percentage?
Yeah, I mean...
Think about it.
Yeah, that's a tough answer because it's... somewhat dependent possibly on the era, maybe. I'm not sure.
30.
And the score.
Yeah. I mean, the most impressed I ever was Mats Wilander, 17 years old, French Open, semifinals, had never been that far, obviously, in a major, playing Jose Luis Clerc, given the match on match point with a call, and said, didn't take it. Eventually won anyway. That's a body serve that's a bit scary if you're Ruud. He tried to take that first serve on and nearly took it right in the midsection.
123 in the belly button.
I think it was also maybe skitty off the line.
Again, the shots he takes as approach shots. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And how I've always thought one of the reasons players have trouble approaching is also because you can't hit it that hard. You don't have time to get in.
Correct.
But he hits it as hard as he can and still somehow gets in. And even if he doesn't quite get in far enough, I mean, that was ridiculous touch.
Alcaraz.
5-3 for the teenager.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 3 per set.
So that shot you just saw. I don't really know Spanish, so I don't know what I'm trying to hear Juan Carlos Ferrero. I'm hearing him clearly, but I can't quite make out what he's saying. But one shot that's important against Ruud or anybody that likes to run around their backhand and hits forehands is that backhand down the line. So both these players are going to have to utilize that shot to at least find their opponent's backhand from time to time.
Left.
Would serve out wide, and one of the things that Tiafoe, as the match wore on, recognized you almost have to hit behind Alcaraz some. If you just go to the open court when he seems to be miles away, he's going to track it down. He's taking off sprinting.
30 left.
Was a look at Antonio Martinez right behind Juan Carlos Ferrero. He used to coach Ferrero.
40
Now he's director of Ferrero's academy.
The J.C. Ferrero Elite Sport Academy, about 60 miles away from where Alcaraz was born.
Forty, 15.
Good hold from Ruud, but when we come back, Alcaraz serves for the opening set.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, players are ready. Thank you.
Well, you're wondering if Alcaraz will feel a little pressure serving for a set.
15 left.
He started the match with some pressure on his first 2 service games. So you thought maybe he'd think about it. One of the things that Rafa Nadal does better than almost anyone is play 1 point at a time. Alcaraz has those tendencies as well.
2 serves and volleys. Again, he idolized Sampras growing up.
Well, that serve and volley was the half volley, and then look at how quickly he was in the backhand side, how quickly he covered the line.
Yes.
And that's partly why that miss happened.
There's Zach Braff sitting next to Anne Hathaway. I should say he idolized Federer growing up. Federer idolized Sampras. And some set points for the 19-year-old.
40 left. Please. Game. First set Alcaraz. 6-4.
2 sets away from his first major title and the #1 rank.
Ruud to serve. Please take your seats. Ready for play. Thank you.
First set goes to the 19-year-old Spaniard, Carlos Alcaraz. 1 break decided that
15.
opening set. Wow.
Hasn't been much pressure on Ruud's serve the last 3 or 4 service games, so important for him to get out to a nice start here early in the second set. He's not doing a very good job on second serves so far in returns. He's attacked a couple times, but he's made errors when he's tried to attack. He's backed up a few times, but hasn't done particularly well from that position in the court either. See, that pace that Alcaraz just played, that pace, it would be hard to win games against Carlos Alcaraz because it's still big, and I don't think he'd miss much at that pace.
It's big and deep.
Yes, but he goes even bigger, and then he'll give you some errors. That's a great play against Alcaraz. You've got to go behind him a little bit. And that was beautiful second serve out wide. Got him outside the doubles alley. Now he turns his hips to sprint to cover the open court, and you can get him going back behind him. But you can see there still wasn't that much space.
Game, Ruud. First game, second set.
Casper Ruud, again, idolized Rafa Nadal, tries to live like he does, practice like he does, play as he does. He was a little boy in 2008, and he remembers crying his eyes out when he watched Rafa lose at the Australian Open to Joe-Wilfried Tsonga. He just couldn't take it. There's Kim Kleister.
Actually, if I remember right, he got crushed that match by Joe-Wilfried Tsonga.
Yeah. But that's how much Nadal went to him. Watching TV and crying. And he started training there when he was 19.
15 left.
Rafa says of this man, Casper is a professional. He has a very good character to play tennis. He's relaxed and humble. He always has a positive mood for learning. The feeling Alcaraz is pretty much the same way.
As I said at the very start, these two have so many similarities, really. From even a height, size, both are fast, both want to hit forehands. Just the little things that Alcaraz does. He's a little bit quicker and gets in better and more often.
40 left.
I would have said Ruud serves a little bigger, but it hasn't been today.
Game, Alcaraz. One game all.
Vamos a ponernos duros las tres primeras hasta que consigas ponerte con iniciativa.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Vamos, Carlos.
There are microphones in the players' boxes. That's why you can hear it so well.
Please. Left. Left.
Continuing to hold serve pretty comfortably after having being broken early in the first set. It's been fairly drama-free for him since. Just tied his biggest serve of the match at 126.
A hold from the 23-year-old from Norway. There's Andy Roddick, 2003 champ here.
Tracy Austin, right behind.
That right there, it says 9/11.
Thank you.
It's September 9th here. The firemen and the policemen continue to be celebrated for their efforts at 9/11.
Love 15.
There's Andy Roddick and Tracy Austin. beat Leighton Hewitt. I'm sorry. Roddick beat Juan Carlos Ferrero.
15-0.
Overwhelmed him with his serve, his forehand.
Yeah, he was very young, Roddick, when
21.
he won that title, and you expected, I'm sure he expected 10, 12 majors. But then these guys showed up very quickly. Roger Federer first, Nadal second, Djokovic third, and
30,
actually Andy
15.
Murray right around the same time as Djokovic. All of a sudden, no more slams for Roddick, although he did get awfully close at Wimbledon. Alcaraz on a bit of a serving spree here. He hasn't missed a first serve in a long time.
15.
He's serving for the match first serve percentage of 70%. Hasn't missed one yet in set 2.
Again, Alcaraz.
See, that's the ball that you just saw from Ruud
Second set.
that I feel is a bit of a weakness. If you can go heavy to his backhand, he gives up ground very easily. That wasn't a huge forehand that Alcaraz hit. It just had some height and spin to it. And Ruud was way back in the back of the court because of it.
Again, last day of the U.S. Open. Go to Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. Find out everything that's been going on this last fortnight.
Love, 15.
It's another one of those, I'm going to, after one ground stroke, I'm going to run in, but he sort of stopped that time, hit a drop shot. Guessed right when Ruud kind of had him dead to rights. Was great stuff from Ruud that time. He handled the big forehand into his backhand. He went down the line, allowed him to get a forehand in the next shot. That's, you can't get stuck hitting backhands from way back behind the baseline, or Alcaraz will create too many openings. You hate to miss a drop shot wide because you really shouldn't be flirting with
30,
width.
15.
It's a question of length and how low you're able to keep it over the net. Did that perfectly, just didn't quite get the width.
Still, do you think he's got the best drop shot in men's tennis?
Well, it's easier for him to hit a drop shot because you're so far back. But yes. Because he backs you up so much.
Exactly. He gives himself the short court.
Exactly.
40, 15.
Well, this is that play that Ruud's used quite a bit. Serve out wide, and he's gone behind Alcaraz. This time, maybe it was a skitter. I'm not sure, but for some reason, he pulled up on the forehand. Alcaraz made him pay.
It's a good idea to hit behind a fast player, because if they're slow, they haven't moved. You can't really get behind them.
100%. Go.
They're still there.
Uh-oh. A little bit of pressure here all of a sudden on Ruud's serve. One little miss hit on the approach, a great backhand pass, and Alcaraz can turn the game around quickly. The one thing that players that aren't quick, when they're pulled out, they're good at faking as if they're going to run to the open court, but they never have the intention of actually going. Alcaraz has done different things with second serves. Not sure now. He's took a couple steps forward. He's gone full attack. Again, great depth. Ruud hit the ball in the service line, forget it. He's going to take that ball very early. There's that big step forward. And then if he had to, he would have been on top of the net for a volley.
Please.
Great serve when he needed it for Ruud.
Yes.
Sort of reminds me a little bit with Roger Federer. I remember when I realized Federer's better than everybody. Was playing the final here against Leighton Hewitt. Leighton Hewitt was a great defender. First set was 6-love. Hewitt was just watching balls go past him because he just wasn't accustomed to someone taking it so early. There's sort of a rhythm to tennis. And Federer was disrupting that rhythm by how quickly, how early he took it. And I feel as though Alcaraz is doing that a little bit.
But then what happened in that match?
Well, then Hewitt eventually realized I have to be faster. So the second set he made some shots. It was still 6-love, 7-6, 6-love, if I remember the score correctly. That was a massive hole for Ruud.
This rainy Sunday, well, these two players both have a chance to be #1 in the world. The runner-up will be #2. And one of them will have their first major title when this is over.
Love.
Those are good numbers from both players in these two sets.
30 love.
The way Carlos Alcaraz moves, Jimmy, reminds me more of a boxer than a tennis player. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Very light, Ali-like, you know.
In
and then he starts
out
hitting
quickly too.
In and out, exactly,
yes.
and then he takes his blows, you know.
To get there just to be amazed.
Just because we know he can do it. Like so many of these people have seen him do it. Great poise by Casper Ruud to finish this one off.
A pretty good lob off the lob. And then I thought Ruud might be in trouble. But Alcaraz was just so far back.
You
know, what's interesting to me about that serve volley is how close to the net he was for the first volley. That was sort of Edberg-like. Kick, serve, get on top of the net. As I've been quietly marveling at Alcaraz, Casper Ruud just hung in there this entire set, and he's got himself a break chance to have a break lead late in the set.
Hasn't had one yet in 3 chances.
Please.
Second serve, and Ruud's deciding I'm going back to the fence. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a serve volley.
Ruud breaks for the first time.
New vault, please.
Ruud actually didn't quietly break. Ruud broke with some flair. That was amazing speed he showed to cover each of those first 2 shots. The forehand on the run, and then the drop shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, as a courtesy to both athletes, do not create any distraction or noise before the service motion. Thank you.
I thought he was going to say before they get to the shot, but people don't think these guys are going to get to the balls that they get to, so they start making noise.
love. All. 15-30.
High spirits from Casper Ruud.
30-0.
Yeah, that great backhand overhead. He deserved that point, really. It was a weak return, and Alcaraz was lucky with the top of the tape.
It's going to be a break right back.
30-14.
That would send a poor message if you're a Ruud fan, if he gets broken right back. This is somewhat important for him. That was an awesome serve. He's 2 break points in this set. He saved them with great serves.
Yes.
His biggest so far of the match, 127, but also out wide in the ad. Hitting that serve hard is not even, that's not high percentage.
Advantage, Ruud.
That's where Alcaraz is not quite Nadal yet. You would not see Nadal do that. He talks about, I'm fighting till the end. It takes 5 hours, 6 hours, I don't care. I give my best. Those are all Nadal sayings, but you don't see Nadal screaming himself like you just saw from Alcaraz.
That was some hold from the 23-year-old. Who's now up 5-2 in the set. A lot of the people in these stands and watching on TV watch this kid last year take out Stefanos Tsitsipas in 5 sets. This is a guy who'd never played 3 out of 5 set matches. But then it took so much out of him that he had to retire in the next round against Felix Auger-Aliassime. 1 year on. He's got a very different body.
15.
Yeah, he's a lot of maturity from a strength standpoint from 18 to 19 years old for Alcaraz in the last year. Going to the drop shot, and it's not really working that well against Ruud, as Ruud has shown some tremendous speed, and that one wasn't particularly well hit.
30-15.
It's only Alcaraz's first double fault.
Well, these two have played, as you mentioned earlier, Mary, a couple of times. And Alcaraz hasn't lost a set yet to Ruud.
Yes.
I was saying that there because I was almost sure Alcaraz was going to hold serve that point, and Ruud was going to have to serve this set out, and would he be able to successfully do that? But as it is, he's 2 points away from squaring this match.
Set points for the 23-year-old Norwegian.
Advantage. Ruud. Yes.
Been a little bit surprised from that far back on second serves in the ad court that Alcaraz hasn't hit a more aggressive sort of, I know it's a second serve, but kicker out wide. Got away with that serve down the tee.
Another double. Second of the game and another set point for Casper Ruud. There it is. Dead even.
6-2. One set all.
Casper's dad, Christian Ruud, this was last week. He said it's still far away, I think, talking about Casper becoming number one. But, of course, it's nice that it is possible, and Casper has a little bit of motivation because even when he was small, his ultimate goal was to be number one in the world.
Fairly lofty goal.
No kidding.
He's very close.
Little kid from Norway, dreaming dreams that big.
So I was a little worried about Alcaraz coming out of the second set, just the way that last 20 minutes or so was played. He was thrown in a couple double faults that you don't expect. Emotionally, he had some outbursts that you don't often see from him. Early drop shots when he wasn't in control of points, as he lost his serve twice. And I was thinking, this has the five setters, the tension, the late nights, has that taken a toll physically and or emotionally? But pretty nice start to the third right now. He's played two very solid points and then got an unforced error out of Ruud.
One match alone, Alcaraz and Sinner. That match went 5 hours and 15 minutes. The latest match ever at the U.S. Open. And Alcaraz had to fight off a match point in the fourth set. Sinner was serving for it.
And Sinner had beaten him the last two times they had played, just in the last couple of months.
Exactly.
Wimbledon and then Umag. So there's an example of Alcaraz hitting a ball that's not normally an approach shot. Look where he is in the court. He's a few feet behind the baseline, but he came running in anyway. Expected a little bit of a higher floaty ball from Ruud. Ruud got there comfortably enough to keep it low.
First serve.
Did everything but make that tough volley.
30-14.
Yeah, but this is Alcaraz when, yeah, that was a very difficult volley to try, but the way he played that point is how he needs to play as many points. He was within himself throughout that rally, and if you can force a guy to hit a slice passing shot every point, he's not going to keep it that low every time. I like your chances. Well done by Ruud.
And there's the first break of the third.
First game, fifth set.
They'd really been failing him, those shots, those drop shots, Jimmy. For him to pull it off here says that he still believes that this can work.
Yes, but you know what? Even that one, Ruud got to it, and that was the perfect Alcaraz drop shot, whereas he was well inside the baseline. Ruud was way behind the baseline. It's when he hits the drop shot, but Ruud still got to it reasonably comfortably. Missed the shot and won him the point, yes, but that would make me, if I'm Alcaraz, I'd be less often looking to hit drop shots.
We talked about Alcaraz beating Sinner from match point down. Alcaraz said of that match, I always say you have to believe in yourself all the time. And that hope is the last thing you lose. Hope is the last thing you lose. I love that.
15
From a teenager? It's kind of like that great line from Shawshank Redemption. 97-mile-an-hour winner, by the way, from Alcaraz. Remember when Andy says to Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
Yeah, I love that line.
Yeah. Alcaraz has clearly seen that film.
I hope I find my friend. Hope it is.
30 love.
Alcaraz was sure not on purpose, but almost playing possum at the end of the second set because he came out with a completely different sort of attitude to start this third set. Played a very solid return game. Didn't overhit, didn't go for too much. Got the break and now got to a comfortable 40-love lead to consolidate.
Praise for both. That Alcaraz is hitting all these spectacular shots, and Ruud is right there for them. That Ruud gets the last word in these.
Yeah, that's where no one has been getting the last word.
Yeah.
On Alcaraz all tournament. Once you get the crowd start with the roars, usually it's Alcaraz that comes up with the final roar. It's been Ruud at least half of the time, it seems, maybe more.
Ruud roars.
Yeah, deservedly so.
Game. Alcaraz. Alcaraz leads 2 games to love. Third set.
Again, that's, to me, Alcaraz's speed. He's still hitting those balls huge, and they're going with depth. And he's so fast that I don't know how you combat that combination. He's made 22 unforced errors where he's overcooking things.
Yes.
Like that. Wasn't quite perfectly on balance for that backhand, so why hit it that hard? He didn't have poor position in the point.
It's his 23rd error now. Ruud keeping it quiet at 14. Ruud's got 17 winners to counterbalance.
Again, Ruud, he He's not fooled by the drop shot, so he saw that as soon as the wind-up started. Ruud came forward. You haven't seen that. Usually people don't read the drop shot. Even had Alcaraz hit a perfect drop shot, Ruud was there.
Yep.
If you're going to serve and volley against Alcaraz, you better be pretty sure that you've got an unbelievable volley, because he's going to have a look at a passing shot. And that was a bit of a floater on the volley, and then closed so quickly it was really a simple lob for Alcaraz.
Please. Use.
Go behind Alcaraz. That's the key. There's a few things that have surprised me this match, and one of them is Ruud has come in almost as many times as Alcaraz. He's been in net 22 times. Alcaraz 24. Almost every match he's played, Alcaraz has been in more than his opponent.
He's bringing Ruud in a lot, Jimmy. I wonder if he should keep doing that, because Ruud is quick enough to get up there.
He is.
And his volleys are they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Game. Ruud.
Wow. That could have been 3-love for Carlos Alcaraz. Set 2-1. Third set. And he's still up a break. 2-1 looks and feels a lot different than 3-love.
Love.
Ruud's done a pretty good job of either when he has that shot to finish a point, going behind Alcaraz, not letting them sprint to the open court. That time he decided, you know what, I'm going to go right in the middle. He's going to guess. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. When you're very fast and know you're very fast, you always feel as though it doesn't matter how far away the ball is, I can get to it. So you tend to take off.
Missed it.
Wow. I got to give Ruud some credit. With that chip backhand, he's kept it low over the net and short enough that Alcaraz keeps thinking he's going to have a sitter volley, and they're all somewhat tricky. And Ruud then comes sprinting forward, so the drop volley is not really there for him either.
Ruud's winning the long points more than Alcaraz. Ruud's playing a very solid, very crafty game.
Yeah, he's playing crafty. You can do that when you're very fast, which he is. It helps you become crafty. Ruud has been hitting on first serves chip forehand returns pretty consistently, taking first serves early and just chipping it back, floating it back, and
that's why Alcaraz does some serving and volleying.
That's why he did it there for sure. Will he do it? Never mind. Ruud's backed way up now for this first serve.
Remember how good Alcaraz looked to open set 3 with that big break.
2 games all.
Another dead even again.
I've seen a few Alcaraz matches this tournament. This is the first time I don't feel as though he's by far the superior player.
Love 15. Ruud is sort of out-Alcarazing Alcaraz in some ways right now. He's moved remarkably well. He's ripping some forehands. Yeah, they're not quite as hard as Alcaraz's, but he's getting into the net now often. Hit that forehand volley beautifully.
He's playing so well, Casper Ruud.
15.
It seems that it's the Norwegian who's hitting the more spectacular shots.
He's making the gets. He's getting the oohs and ahs.
Yep.
And the other thing that's very strange, I don't think I've ever seen this late in a match. The problem, Ruud is winning 60% of his first serve points, but 70% of his second serve points. Unfortunately for Alcaraz, Ruud just missed another first serve.
And he wins another second serve. How about this?
Ruud leads 3 games to 2. That's that. 1 set all.
Why would it be that Alcaraz is having so little effect on the Ruud second serve? The French for the 14th time. Then Djokovic won Wimbledon. These two are going to decide who takes the 4th major of the year.
15 left.
Nadal's had some injuries. Djokovic, because he's unvaccinated, wasn't allowed to play this one or the first hard court major of the year, the Australian.
Please.
And Wimbledon, which he won, didn't count for your ranking.
Exactly. And that's why the rankings are up for grabs here. Not since Nadal at the French Open in 2005 has someone this young, as Alcaraz has gotten to a Grand Slam singles final. And you'll remember when a 19-year-old Pete Sampras stunned everybody when he won his first Grand Slam title here in 1990, beating Agassi in the final. He'd also beaten McEnroe and Lendl to get to the championship match. It can be done.
See, that was another example. That forehand, I know it's 40 love.
40-15.
But he shouldn't have been feeling the need to end the point, swatting it from the corner where he just was. Maybe it's just 40 love, but to me that shows maybe that starting to make that all those 5-setters, all those late nights might be starting to cause some problems for Alcaraz.
Please. Game, Alcaraz.
Alcaraz holds at 15, 3-0.
3 games old. That's that.
About to hit the 2-hour mark here inside Ash Stadium.
Left. Left.
Alcaraz stepping back now for this second serve return. We'll see if that changes the dynamic. Again, not quite there with his feet. That last backhand, he's bending over at the waist. It almost never happens. He always gets his outside leg behind the ball.
Let's for serve.
They both got 2 double faults.
You don't mind if you're going to double fault 40 love is when you should do that.
If you must.
If you must. And that was an attempted serve volley second serve as well.
Let's for serve. New balls, please. Ruud leads 4 games to 3. That's it. 1-all.
From Norway, from Oslo, same city as Casper Ruud. She won the U.S. National Championships 8 times. That was back in the 1920s when she played and beat players like Suzanne Lenglen, Helen Wills Moody. She got into the Hall of Fame, the International Tennis Hall of Fame, back in '58. So I tend to gently correct people who say Casper Ruud would be the first Norwegian Grand Slam titleist.
Good are these little just dump, chip, no pace, rope-a-dope backhands that Ruud is throwing Alcaraz's way. As big as Alcaraz hits it, Ruud's movement from that far back giving him no pace. He's able to run down a ton of shots. By the way, you're talking about Norwegian players and Swedish players. Bjorn Borg sort of started, once there was a Bjorn Borg, Sweden started producing a ton of players. I don't think, who was it that won in 1920?
Mallory, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mallory started a whole wave.
Okay, maybe not.
From Norway,
thank you.
Maybe Ruud will.
Let's second serve.
This is not the same Alcaraz we've seen all tournament. Just from an energy level and emotional level, you saw him getting angry a number of times.
from an unforced errors number that keeps rising, and part of that is his perfect footwork and balance aren't perfect today.
It took him 20 hours and 20 minutes just to get to this final match, and now he's already been out there for more than 2 hours.
Ferrero.
Jimmy, if he is a little leg weary, Alcaraz, and emotionally, mentally weary, he's not getting behind all of his shots in time to go big and make them land.
But that was an injection of energy.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, and if Ruud likes running him around, it could be that he starts going for bigger shots from lesser positions, and then he'll have even more errors.
Please.
No question. That's a possibility. Ruud's doing a couple of things. The other thing he is doing is blunting the pace with those floaty slice backhands.
Alcaraz continues to take roundhouse swings.
And he's also, this first sort of positive thing I've seen from him in a while. It's about 5 or 6 fist pumps. See if he can translate that little energy into some stellar play.
Meeting up. Love.
First real uproar that we've seen. Gets to this drop volley pretty easily, finishes off the point. Alcaraz, he's trying to find energy. You can sense it. I don't think he has quite as much, but he's trying to get the crowd to help lift him up. He's doing what he can. Ruud has sort of methodically taken the crowd out of it.
It's
funny how the crowd has sort of taken Alcaraz on as their favorite. His run, I guess, was so electric to get to this championship match.
His game was so electric.
Yes.
Casper Ruud has shown up with plenty of voltage of his own today. Ruud is so good. Extended and in large measure a standing ovation for this last rally decided by the 23-year-old from Norway.
40-30.
I didn't think Ruud athletically was as good as Alcaraz. You can see the look on Alcaraz's face. But he's proven me wrong all tournament long, Ruud.
Ruud is sneaking up on an awful lot of people tonight.
But there's a little energy in the crowd right now inside Ash Stadium. You can feel it. This is a pivotal next couple of moments.
Thank you.
Drop shots. It's a signature shot for Alcaraz. It isn't going to work today. It hasn't worked with Ruud. He did the perfect job with the return, too, finally. From back, he got it with some depth. He had control of the point.
Ruud leads 5 games to 4. Third set.
4-5, third set.
Thank you. Ready for play.
Return.
Love 15.
Bravo, Casper. Let's go.
If you're going to run around second serve and you're outside the doubles alley, you better do a little more with the return than that.
It's a 99-mile-an-hour forehand.
Down the line. But he's hit over 100 a number of times in matches. That one looked awfully close.
40-15.
I said feels so important for both players, but really almost more so for Alcaraz in some strange way, just because I do feel possibly, even though he's not showing signs of being as tired right now as he did at certain stages, you still worry about that.
Oh, he hit the net and it took it wide. 5-all.
Five games old.
Huge return, absolutely massive. That top of the tape pulled it wide. Alcaraz now telling his box right now, this game. We'll see if he's right. I actually understood that. He said, "Vamos aquí."
Right?
Let's go here.
Yeah.
Incredible.
A couple of times it hit the net.
Yes, a couple times, but it just showed you how athletic both guys are. How they handled those shots off the top of the net. It was amazing. This one, ridiculous that Alcaraz got that actually into a spot that wasn't a complete sitter, by the way. He got that ball low enough that it actually, you know, could have caused a little something.
30 left. Left.
We wonder about the teenager's fitness level at this stage. I'm not too worried about good old Casper Ruud.
Absolutely zero worry about Ruud. He's the match with Tommy Paul in the third round sort of as he holds serve to get up 6-5 in this important third set. He went 6-love in the fifth in a very physical match.
Left for serve. Left.
Alcaraz's power from the back has bothered most players. It doesn't seem to be affecting Ruud all that much, which surprises me because you think of Ruud as a clay quarter first, and usually one of the things that clay quarters don't enjoy is feeling rushed. No, I'm sure Alcaraz isn't thinking this way, but if he does get to a tiebreak, his last 2 matches went 5 sets, both of them. He lost 4 tiebreaks. He lost 2 tiebreaks in each of those 2 matches. Those were the 2 sets he lost. Best he can do here is get to a tiebreak.
Francis Tiafoe took a couple off of him.
He did, and so did Sinner.
So did Sinner, that's right.
Alcaraz at the moment getting to a tiebreak is no sure thing. 30 all.
Tremendous, and it gives him a set point.
13-14. Thank you.
Set point down.
Yes.
Equally impressed with Ruud, the way he played this point, because this was a great pass that he hit. From trouble, he flicked it to a difficult spot, and even as quick as Ruud is, he can't run that one down.
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz isn't used to hitting monster forehands cross court and having players be able to do this with him. Control them down the line. Yeah, it clipped the top of the tape, but that was going to be a winner either way.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So many of these fans, Jimmy, you get the sense that they came to see Alcaraz. What they are seeing from Ruud is taking their breath away, too.
Okay, that's one of those moves that I was watching all tournament that would amaze me. From Alcaraz.
Alcaraz.
He got in so quickly from sort of a nothing ball that he hit, but he recognized chip was coming. So just the fact that he saw a slice, green light, run in as fast as you can, cut off the volley.
Please. Yes.
Casper Ruud had never made a real big dent in a major until this year. In fact, he said his goal for 2022 is get to the quarterfinals of the Grand Slam tournament. He's already been in the final one, the French, and now he's looks for all the world like he's ready to win his first. He is coming up with some staggering stuff. And he's a point away from a 2-set-to-1 lead.
Please.
Not yet. A beautifully struck 122-mile-an-hour serve got Alcaraz to the net yet again.
Almost too careful with that volley. However, it was set point down. It gave just a little look to Ruud. He hit a pretty good lob. Maybe Alcaraz has to think a little like Ruud and go behind Ruud occasionally. He did it that time. Early on, it was easier to serve and volley for Alcaraz because Ruud was up close and just blocking or chipping returns. He's now moved back for first serve.
Thank you.
And he sees Alcaraz coming in. He has time to see him, and he makes sure that return gets down low. You can go about it that way if you want to get to net. You got to take the first ball, come in. But if you serve volley right now, not easy unless your first serve does a little bit of damage. Gets out very wide.
This is some match. A tiebreak to decide who gets a 2-set-to-1 lead.
I mean, again, the athleticism you see from both players. And then you knew he was going tweener. He went with tweener lob, not quite good enough. Crowd goes wild again.
Thank you. Please, players are ready. Please. Thank you. One, zero. Ruud.
Ruud's second ace, 125.
One all.
Tie-break record this year, but as I said, the last 2 matches, the reason they were 5-setters was because Alcaraz lost 2 tie-breaks in each of them. Sinner in the quarters, Tiafoe in the semis. He needs this one, you get the sense. So far, no blood on the serve. 3 points in, each players won their service point.
Ready for play, thank you.
First blink. Again, it's a heavy ball to the backhand. Not a hard, not hit with pace, but hit with spin. Not sure Ruud likes that shot, hit heavy to his backhand.
Thank you. Alcaraz.
Ruud had a couple of set points in the last service game. Didn't play a poor point, really. Alcaraz won both of those set points. And now it was Ruud who just made a couple of errors that you wouldn't expect early in this tiebreak.
Fistful of chances now for the teenager to take a 2-1 lead. This set alone has been 72 minutes long.
Let's first serve. Thank you.
He's 1 set away.
7-6. Alcaraz leads by 2 sets to 1.
Just 1 set away.
Thank you.
Grand Slam singles titles. Michael Chang was only 17, so was Boris Becker and Mats Wielander. Borg
Please, at the back of the court.
He did it when he was 18
seats,
for the first time.
gentlemen.
Rafa was 19. Sampras was 19. So was Edberg. But this 19-year-old is trying to become the first ever #1 player as a teenager. That's never been done. He seems to think he can do it.
That point lets you know Ruud's still not overly despondent by losing the third set. He came out firing away.
Carlos Alcaraz is trying to go from #4 in the world to #1 in the world, and no one's ever made that kind of a bounce. Ruud's trying to do even more than that. Go from #7 in the world to #1 in the world. That's pretty unheard of. He's trying to get us to hear it.
It's amazing how quickly his player box went from sort of elated on the third set tiebreak, vamos, to, oh no, feeling a little tension, 15-30.
They've got to be exhausted too, Jimmy.
Yeah, without,
they've been through it.
They have. About 30 down, 2 serving volleys, back to 30 all. Once upon a time, about 40 minutes ago, I was worried about Alcaraz's legs, his fitness. 21-shot rally, he got in position for all of them from that point.
What an energy surge he's had.
That's why this game is massive for Casper Ruud. He's got to hold serve, sort of stop this momentum.
Thank you. 15 love. All. $30-15.
Pretty from Ruud, recognizing some opening in the court as Alcaraz got himself a little out of position right here. Running around, didn't get much on that ball. Ruud took advantage and, again, didn't let... He's doing a lot of Alcaraz things that I've seen all tournament. As soon as he saw his opponent in trouble, he got up there. He's been to net 33 times. Not quite the amount of Alcaraz, but more than you would expect from him.
One game all, fourth set.
Again, that's the type of error. I know it's we're almost 3 hours in. If you're back that far on a return, do not let the net come even close to your return. It's got to clear by a good bit for the depth.
Carlos Ferrero is married. He's got a couple of young children. He spends a lot of time on the road, and he understands the price of that, but he also understands that this is such a special time in the development of this teenager. He's promised to be around for it. Remember when Alcaraz won the tournament in Miami on the morning of the final? He didn't know Juan Carlos was going to be there, and he showed up and surprised him in the hotel lobby. It was like Alcaraz was his little boy running into his arms.
Game, Alcaraz. New balls, please. Alcaraz leads 2 games to 1. Fourth set and by 2 sets to 1. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready. Please take your seats. Thank you.
That's one of those volleys where
15 left.
you're just trying to get it over. You're sticking your racket out, and it turns into a beauty. Drop volley.
Missed that one long.
15 all.
That was where if you had a little more confidence in your backhand, Ruud, you wouldn't have run around. He got himself in trouble. He could have taken that backhand early. But so much happier hitting a forehand than a backhand.
$13, 15.
Excellent fake kick with the toss
40,
down
15.
the tee. And that toss on the serve had Alcaraz leaning the wrong way as we do reach the 3-hour mark.
Keep in mind, Jimmy, Alcaraz, to get to this match, played about 2 hours longer.
Yeah, no, he's just getting warmed up.
Okay.
Game, Ruud.
To give you a little idea, these two players have played 222 points so far. It's 111 all. Just, what I'm trying to say is it's pretty close.
Yeah. That third set tie break by Carlos Alcaraz is what separated them. He won that 7-1.
Yeah, that actually shows you that Ruud kind of has been slightly better other than that little point in time right towards the end of that third set.
Left.
He's 8 and now 9. 118 T.
$40 left.
Wow. In a row. Number 10. So Ruud hasn't struck a ball yet in this game.
40-15.
Saving his energy. Predict he's going to hit one here. How's that for going out on a limb?
Okay. It's an easy hole for Alcaraz. He's 3 games away from this title. In 2018, the recently retired Kevin Anderson, the South African player,
ladies and gentlemen,
made his way all the way to the final. He lost to Nadal, but
wide during the points. Thank you very much.
Anderson spent 23 hours and 20 minutes at the U.S. Open on the court. And this kid, Carlos Alcaraz, has gone past that, and often past his bedtime.
He is Spanish, don't they go to dinner at
Yeah, that's true.
midnight?
Quick correction, that was at Wimbledon when Kevin Anderson played all that tennis. Alcaraz a lot younger than Kevin Anderson was.
Well, and also the semifinal for Kevin Anderson was 21 of the 23 hours. I mean, I'm exaggerating a bit, but he played John Isner to some 24, 22 and a fifth or some number like that.
I think that match is what caused Wimbledon to go to the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Final set.
So all of a sudden in this game, Alcaraz juiced up a couple of big backhands to get to 15-30.
All.
Yes. What a lob.
30-14.
That was one of the first times I've seen that sort of amazing balance on the move. First time, this backhand, sliding on the hard court, and then outrunning, beautiful lob. Ruud was there, however, he just tried to guide it.
Alcaraz with a chance for 4-2. Away from his his first Grand Slam title.
Alcaraz leads 4 games to 2.
8 points away from the world #1 ranking.
Thank you. Ready for play, please.
This could be a very interesting game to see if he heard you and he starts thinking about something in the future rather than playing this point by point.
Love 15.
It's always a little, you always feel a little bit extra with consolidating a break.
Love 30.
Add to that all the things you were spouting about with the #1 in the world, first Grand Slam, 8 points away. He heard you. No.
It's a spoutable match.
No question.
History is going to be made in a big way, one way or another.
You cannot overspin your forehand if you're Ruud, and that's what happened there. Just a little safety. He did it in the tie break as well, where his forehand got a little bit higher and a little bit slower, more spin. Alcaraz eats that kind of shot up.
Ace number 11 gets him even to 30.
Please.
Another one.
40-13.
Let's go!
One game away.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 2. Both Nadal by 2 sets to 1.
Carlos Alcaraz is 19.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A game away.
Players are ready. 15 love. Please.
A good couple of points from Ruud. As the evil side of me really wants to see Alcaraz serve it out, not get a break here, not have. I want to see how you handle that moment. That's always a nervous moment for anybody.
Your profession has made you cynical, Jimmy.
Well, yeah, don't deny it.
There it is then.
Alcaraz leads 5 games to 3. Fourth set.
It has been a very well served set, actually, from both guys. There's been one break, but Ruud had gotten 80% of his first serves in. Alcaraz has gotten 64% of his, and he's banged 6 aces. He needs a few more of those.
Thank you.
So get to all those riches you were talking about.
Please. Please, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Feeling nerves. You can see Juan Carlos Ferrero in the box telling the rest of the people, relax, don't show.
Please.
Stealing nerves on that drop volley. That kind of shot can leave a mark.
Championship point for Carlos Alcaraz.
Please, the players are ready. Thank you. Thank you. Aces 2-1, 6-4, 2-6, 7-6, 6-3.
When he gets up off the ground, he'll be the #1 player in the world. What a climb it's been.
Welcome, everyone. What a terrific 3 weeks of tennis this U.S. Open has been. And tonight, you've enjoyed the youngest championship men's match in Grand Slam play in the last 20 years. Let's hear it for these two. Now, please welcome future tennis champions carrying our hardware tonight, 13-year-old Isabel Lin from Rye Racquet Club in Harrison and 12-year-old Brij Vashit, Port Washington Tennis Academy. Thank you both. And to begin our ceremony, we'd like to recognize our chair umpire for today's final. Nico Hellworth, please step forward. And now I'd like to introduce Chairman of the Board, the President of the USTA, Mike McNulty.
Thank you, and congratulations, Carlos and Casper. What a match. The determination, the mental toughness, the athleticism, I think I speak for all of the fans here. What a performance. So the performance tonight is the culmination of a spectacular 3-week U.S. Open. But before we celebrate the players' success, I want to take a minute to extend our thoughts and our prayers to the people of Ukraine for a swift end to this unprovoked war on their nation. I'm proud to announce that during the U.S. Open, we raised $2 million for Ukrainian relief. But you know, it's only fitting that we undertook this effort as we celebrate the humanitarian and the champion that the stadium is named after, the great Arthur Ashe. And for the last 3 weeks, we've ushered in the next generation of champions. And we expect to see a lot of both of you over the many years. But this will be remembered as our most spectacular U.S. Open. And we couldn't have done it without the world's greatest fans. So congratulations, and thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mike. And now let's hear from our finalist and the new #2 in the world, Casper Ruud. They certainly appreciate your efforts. We all did over the past 2 weeks. Congratulations on an incredible run.
Thank you. And before we talk about tennis, I just wanted to say something, as I know it's an emotional day for Americans during this date. I send my prayers to everyone who lost their lives on this tragic day, tragic incidents that happened. In the tragic incidents that happened here in this city and this beautiful country of yours, and my heart and thoughts go out to everyone who lost someone close, a relative, or someone they loved. So something we never forget.
Thank you. I know you do love this city. You call it the City of Dreams, New York. This year, you've reached 2 Grand Slam finals in Paris as well as New York. You're now #2 in the world. Put into words the experience of 2022 for you.
Yeah, it's tough to explain everything, but things have been going so well, and of course I'm so excited for it. And today was a special day, evening. Both Carlos and I, we knew what we were playing for, we knew what was at stake, and it's fun that both finalists will be #2 and #1 in the world tomorrow. I think it's fitting, so whoever... I'm disappointed, of course, that it's not that I'm not #1, but #2 is not too bad either. So I'm happy with that number, and I will continue to chase for my first Grand Slam and the #1 ranking.
Sounds great. You're both so young. We look forward to it. Your tennis career and your efforts here, a family affair. Your father, Christian, a former professional player, your coach, your mom, your grandmom, 2 sisters. Your box is full of family.
Yes.
What is this journey like to make it with them?
Yeah, they, of course, I owe everything to them. They've been there since day one, and they've been caring and helpful, thoughtful in all my life, all my journey, and all my career. So I can't thank them enough. They are the reason why I'm able to be here today. So I hope we can continue to have a strong relationship and be a strong team in many years in the future. So thanks for all effort and sacrifice you have done for me.
Well, congratulations again on an incredible run to the finals of the US Open. Best of luck in the future. Thank you. And now to hand the finalist his trophy, Mike McNulty. And now it's time to hear from our champion, Carlos Alcaraz. Congratulations, you are a champion and a teenager who's now the new world #1. Just 19 years old. No one's ever done this before. It's a first. How does it feel?
Well, as Casper did, first of all, I wanted to say, I want to talk about today special day for everyone. I want to let you know that my thoughts are with all of you in this special day. It's never easy, to live this day as a normal day. But I will remember this day with all of you, and my thoughts are with all of you. Yes.
Thank you, Carlos. And now for your moments and your grand achievement. Put it into words for me. Number one and a Grand Slam champion.
Well, this is something that I dreamed of since I was a kid, to be number one in the world, to be champions of a Grand Slam. This is something that I work really, really hard. It's tough to talk right now, a lot of emotions right now, but this is something that I try to achieve. All the hard work that I did with my team, my family, that took care about me. I'm just 19 years old, so all the decisions, the top decisions, are with my parents, my team as well. So this is something that is really, really special for me.
I saw you sitting down, as we all did, and you were crying through your smiles, tears and smiles all at the same time. What were you thinking?
My mom, that she's not here, and my grandfather. I was thinking about them. That a lot of family are here, team, but there are a lot of people from my family that they couldn't come here to watch the final, to watch some matches, and I was thinking in all of them.
I have a quick question for you. You played 3 5-set matches, 4 more today, almost 4 more hours today. Before the match, you said this is no time to be tired. Are you tired yet?
A little bit. I always say that it's not time to be tired in the final round of a Grand Slam or in every tournament. You have to give everything on court. You have to give everything you have inside. It's something that I work really, really hard on it. And yes, as you said, it's not time to be tired.
Finally. I look around and I see so many Spanish flags, and you have an incredible fan base here. Why don't you say a few words to your Spanish fans here and all over the world?
Voy a cambiar a español para todos vosotros. La verdad que muchísima gente ha venido de España para verme, para animarme este día tan especial. Mucha gente de todo el mundo. Mucha gente de todo el mundo ha venido para animarme, para verme en este día tan especial. La verdad que el cariño que he recibido desde el primer día, desde la primera ronda, ha sido increíble. Siempre he dicho que probablemente haya sido el público y el ambiente que más he vivido en una pista de tenis, gracias a vosotros, y la verdad que ha sido increíble poder vivir todo esto junto a vosotros. O sea, muchísimas gracias.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Andrew Alcoen, Executive Chair of JP Morgan Chase, to present you with $2.6 million. Congratulations. And now the 4-time U.S. Open men's champion, John McEnroe, would like to present Carlos with the trophy. your 2022 U.S. Open men's champion, Carlos Alcaraz.
Archie.